What's up, y'all? Cam that guy here, back once again with another video. This is a story time, you know what I'm saying, for all y'all out there. This is my first story time on this YouTube channel, okay? So in this story time, I'm going to be talking about my first injury, my first major injury to my body, which happened at 9 years old, and I still feel the after effects to this injury to this day. Right now, this is something, you know what I'm saying, that happened to me. I never got it correctly fixed, right? So I still live with, okay, I got a go kart, a little malfunction, and I feel this injury from 9 years old, and now I'm 24, right? So I feel this injury for that much years, and I never got it resolved or fixed, right? But it's something that I want to, you know what I'm saying, get changed and shit. So here we go, man. So me, my brothers, and my mom, we went to Alabama. Okay, Alabama, right? I would go to Alabama sometimes with my mom and shit like that. And we would be, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, we would be with, um, my, I would spend time with her every now and then with Alabama. We would go to Alabama with her, I don't know who that was that she lived with, you know what I'm saying? But we would go to Alabama and stuff like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And we was there, you know what I'm saying? We'd be at Alabama and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I like staying in that little house, that little trailer or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It was her, and I don't know who that relative is to me. I don't know who she is, man. Only thing I know that she talk a lot and she talk loud. You know what I'm saying? That's all that I know, you know what I'm saying? Every time I go to her house, she talk a lot and she talk loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? She just be talking and shit. But I like going to her house because I have my own room, own TV and shit. You know what I mean? She knew how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She seemed like a good woman who just, you know what I'm saying, just like to talk. You know what I'm saying? She just like to talk. And, she just one of them, she one of them black, women, you know what I'm saying? She just one of them black ladies that just like to talk a lot and loud. And she's old fashioned and shit, right? I have no problem with her. She never disrespected me once. Never did anything bad to me. I know my mom and her, they probably had some type of issue. But me and that lady, we never had no issue. We got along well, this, that, and the third, right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? But, we will go to Alabama, this, that, and the third. But this time, all three of us ended up going. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the last time, because typically, we would go certain places. Like, we went to Wild Adventures before. We went to Disney World before, as far as, like, all of us as a whole, right? But, I think this is one of the last times we actually traveled together, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what happened is this, you know what I'm saying? Uh, we we travel to Alabama, you know what I'm saying, in a car. You know what I'm saying? We go there and shit like that. I think, I'm not sure how many bedrooms she had. I forgot, you know what I'm saying, the price. I think I had to sleep on a on an air mattress or something like that. I think that's what I had to sleep on or some shit. I think I slept in the bed or some shit. I don't remember. It was way too long ago. You know what I'm saying? I do remember the events of what I'm gonna get into all that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. But there's times I visited her place, like, in Alabama. Just me and my mom. Like, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, me and my mom will drive around Alabama, go to certain places in Alabama. We'll meet up with somebody she know in Alabama and shit like that. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was okay. I like going to another city. You know what I'm saying? Other than Tallahassee, I don't like Tallahassee. Right? There ain't shit to do here. But going to another city, I feel like when I was younger, when I would go to another city, I felt good. I don't give a damn where I went. I could go to motherfucking Quincy, my nigga. I could go to Bainbridge or some shit. If I leave the city, I feel good. You see what I'm saying? Leaving, that's how I always felt growing up and shit. Like, when I leave the city, I feel good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being honest. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, every time I leave the city of Tallahassee, I feel good. Whether I'm going to Wild Adventures, Orlando, Valdosta, you know what I'm saying? Panama City. I went to Jacksonville a few times, this, that, and the third. When I leave the city, I just feel good, right? So, anyway, why I'm feeling all good and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I want to go ahead and get into the events, you know what I'm saying? I want to go ahead and get into events and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, look, here's what ended up happening, right? So, me and my brothers and her, we go there, we do what we do. Yeah, this is when I was 9 years old. I can't get into deep detail. I could tell, like, a more recent experience, but I can't get into detail with this story. It's too long ago. I'm 9 years old. This is at 9 years old, and I'm 24 right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I can't remember. You know what I mean? But I go out there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we end up going into this place in Alabama, right? We end up going to this place in Alabama, right? It's this theme park, right? It's this theme park, right? And this theme park, you know what I'm saying? This theme park is I don't remember what this theme park is called. You see what I'm saying? But this is a theme park. You know what I'm saying? That there was lots of activities at a lot of shit to do there. This, that, and the third. Right? There's a lot of activities to do at this theme park. Right? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm at this theme park and shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? When I went to this theme park, it was unbelievable. Like, this theme park was better than Wild Adventures. It wasn't on Disney World level, but it was like on Wild Adventures level. This was a good theme park. It had lots of shit going, this, that, and the third. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers and my mom and shit, we around this shit, you know what I'm saying? We had this theme park and shit, you know what I'm saying? We doing this, we doing that, you know what I'm saying? We, looking around and shit like that, you know. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? Cool shit, you know what I'm saying? Cool, you know what I'm saying? Looking around and shit. This down the third, you know what I'm saying? Uh yeah, man, we looking around and shit, we doing this, we doing that. I think I went on a few rides. I did go on a few rides actually. I went on a few rides and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? This is what does get interesting, right? You know what I'm saying? Go kart time, right? So me and my older bro, so all my older brothers they could ride a go kart. I couldn't because I wasn't tall enough. You see what I'm saying? I was not tall enough to ride a go kart, right? This is what they said. I wasn't tall enough to ride a go kart. But I think, you know what I'm saying, somebody there probably lied on my behalf to get me to ride the go kart. My legs, it couldn't really reach the gas pedals, but you know what I'm saying? It's like there's different go karts of different sizes and shit like that, right? That's what I believe, right? So I end up getting a go kart. It's a little bit, good to me and shit, right? So I'm driving in this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm driving in this go kart and shit. You know, my brother's trying to gas me up. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, make me feel good and shit. My mom and shit. I'm riding this shit. I'm driving around and I'm like, you know what? This shit is easy as fuck. It ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm driving around this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, but my back just started hurting all of a sudden. And I think, you know what I'm saying, I'm not sure if I turned the wrong way or something like that. Nobody bumped me, you know what I'm saying? Nobody bumped me, nothing, none, that type of shit. It just sort of lines of, y'all know I'm clumsy and shit, right? So I just sort of lines of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, man, but I just got a strain in my upper back and I had to, kind of get out early. I was like, you know what, what I'm saying, I'm done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting out or whatever, and I'm telling my mom like, man, my back hurt. Da da da. She said, oh, you'll be fine. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Not giving a fuck. You know how that shit go. You know what I mean? And so, I ended up getting home. I told my dad, he put some cream on it. Worked a little bit still. You know what I'm saying? This is back pain that has never, ever went away. Like, I had this back pain. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? My back be hurting and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm 10, 11, 12 years old with back pain. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Even though the injury happened at 9, I'm feeling this shit months later, a year later, 2 years later. I'm like, I have back pain that's not going away. Why is this? You see what I'm saying? And it's sort of the lines of, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows I got a curve in my back. You know what I'm saying? I got a big, like, I got some shit in my back that needs to just be adjusted. I hope I get this shit adjusted, get all this gunk out. You know what I'm saying? This, down the third. You know what I mean? But it was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That go kart just fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I plan to get chiropractic adjusted very soon. I plan to get X-rayed, MRI'd, all that shit. I gotta get fixed up badly. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it works out well for me. You know what I'm saying? But when I first got this injury, it was a real big problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? And it ended up healing with time. But I still, of course, it got worse. Me going to in that jail and confinement, it got re-agitated. Like, it feels like I'm 9 years old again, fresh off the injury. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, woo, I need to get this shit popped. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. You know, I didn't get my legs popped. My legs are atrocious right now. My knees, I can pop my knees at will. Like, you know what I'm saying? My quads, my thighs, my goddamn legs and shit. My arms and shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga is a little bit, a nigga is sore as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga really want to get chiropractic adjusted and shit. I think it'll be good for me. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But it's so crazy when I think about how I got this injury at 9 years old and this go karting situation. It's kind of just on the lines of, you know what I'm saying, I should not have been riding. But I wanted to ride because I see everybody else riding. And I do, reason why I shouldn't be riding because I wasn't tall enough to ride it, or, you know, I'm a little clumsy or whatever, right? But turns out, you know, there's a slight chance this situation could make me taller as a person. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, chiropractic adjustments, if, you know, done correctly and if you go accordingly and shit like that, and then, you know, you adjust it right. I mean, of course, it can make you taller. It's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not guaranteed to get taller if I get pops. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? To grow an inch or two. I mean, I feel like if I get adjusted, I'll probably grow like an inch. I don't think it will be 2 inches, but it could be 2 inches. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I think it's very plausible to, because what the chiropractic adjustment does, it fixes you to your normal posture. It doesn't make you grow. It fixes your posture. That's all it does. You see what I'm saying? So if it can fix my posture properly, there's a good chance I could grow. Like I could be a solid 5'11", 12. You know what I'm saying? This down the third. You know what I mean? I mean 5'11", 6 feet. That's what I meant. You know what I'm saying? So that is this situation, you know what I'm saying, me and this major injury I had. I don't remember all the details, 'cause, man, this has happened when I was 9 years old. Like I don't remember so long ago, I just don't remember, man. But this is my first go-karting experience, and I only remember how I got injured. You see what I'm saying? I don't remember all the details, right? You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you other go-karting experiences, right? I mean, I went to Fun Station a few times. I rode go-karts. Easy peasy, man. Like I was driving that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had fun and some shit. The time I was a rider, I came in like one of the top places. Never came in last place, you know what I'm saying? I either came in the middle place or first, around the first area, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's easy shit. You just go around and shit, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you drive, you know what I'm saying? You gotta bump people accordingly and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, hard or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So go kart, even though I didn't do it a lot, I only go karted probably 2 or 3 times before. Like I said, this shit is years ago, so I don't have a crystal memory of it. Driving, you know what I'm saying, is, you know what I'm saying, you know, I look at it now, you know what I'm saying, driving has never been like a serious issue for me. Like, you know what I mean? I look at, you know what I'm saying, like back, you know, it's crazy when I tried to driving, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I can't drive, this, that, and the third. Like, driving is something I am very capable of doing. You see what I'm saying? It's something I really want to end up doing. That's a serious goal of mine, is to end up driving. Like, I need to know how to drive, right? I can't drive, you know what I'm saying? This is something I was fixated on. Like, I remember, okay, when I first got my permit and shit, I didn't get the, you know, urge to get on the road and start driving until I got a job and shit, right? So once I end up getting a job, you know what I'm saying, that's why I started driving and shit. You know, I remember I was driving to work. I'm driving to Home Depot and shit. Y'all remember that I used to drive to Home Depot? Hell, every time I leave with my dad, we drive somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I drive us to, you know, we drive to a Walmart or some shit, or a pizza place, or just out and about on the streets. You know what I'm saying? We go parking and shit. I really wanted to drive. You see what I'm saying? But you know, I ended up discovering I got hacked. Everything got pushed down. He didn't want to take me driving anymore. This, that, third. He asked for gas and shit, right? Then there was a time I wanted to get my feet back wet. I said, you know what? I want to drive. Like, fuck all this. I want to drive, right? And I was doing well. You see what I'm saying? Like, the second time I wanted to drive again, I was doing well as far as, like, okay, I learned how to 3-point turn. I learned how to back in. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and there. I learned new techniques I didn't know the first go round as I was trying to know how to drive, right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I might actually get my license and shit. I put in a license appointment. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm ready to take this license test. Um, Dad ended up giving me pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? So that fucked everything up. I almost died from pneumonia. That was the worst disease I ever got. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, it was so bad. And I'm so glad I got saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if I got pneumonia and went to the hospital now, I'll be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so glad I, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, woo! You know what I mean? Like I'm just glad, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, shit just like, goes to how it goes, you know what I'm saying? But man, pneumonia was just terrible, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, I think about, if I was to get that shit now, them niggas wanna help me, they wouldn't give a fuck. They'll let me sit in there to be slaves and bots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I ain't got no disease like that now, but ooh, pneumonia was nothing to play with. I didn't even know I had it. And he didn't know I had it until I told him he got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupidness. It's just dumbness. You know what I'm saying? But back to the topic I had. If he would never gave me pneumonia and shit, I probably would have ended up getting out my license and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I got way better second go around versus first go around just because I was more urgent to get it. Like, bro, I'm finna get this. I'm finna see what I'm in for. Like, I need to take this license. I need to see what I'm in for, man. You know what I'm saying? So my driving experience overall, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, easier driving with my dad just because I had, more, I could do more things. I was more free. But, let's say with my mom and shit, driving with her, you know what I'm saying? It was difficult, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, I could manage it, but it's like, the second go around driving with my mom was not it. You see what I'm saying? She was too much of a slave. But first go around, it was a little bit more tolerable. Like, okay, I could do this. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like, it goes like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like my driving experience is like, driving on the road is like, okay, I know how to drive like on the freeway type shit. Like I know how to drive. Like the only thing I struggle with is parking. Like that's the only thing I struggle with, honestly. Like, can I park straight? That's the only thing I really struggle with driving. Like I know how to drive. I know how to turn sharp. I know how to turn wide. I know how to do all that in between. Like the only thing I struggle with is parking. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I struggle with. You know what I'm saying? I know all the tennis. You turn it roll, you gotta turn it back. I know all that shit. I know everything in between. I know all the driving nitty gritty. It's just the only thing I struggle with is just parking. Like, and I know how to park straight and shit, but it just depends on how big the parking spaces be. You know what I'm saying? If it's a normal size parking space, I can get in. If it's a big one, I can get in. If it's small, I got issues with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. You know what I mean? Parking is my only flaw with driving. But I do want to get back driving. This is a goal of mine to get a driver's license and shit. And I do want to do that one day. Hopefully somebody that is good as fuck at driving can tell me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just the problem, you know what I'm saying, with my dad is he overreacts to everything, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, I mean, that's more so my mom. My mom overreacts to everything. My dad, he sort of just like, he like I don't know, he just like to tell me shit for no reason. But he's a little bit more, at ease versus my mom. No, I take that back. My dad overreacts more. My mom just cares about speed limit. So if I drive with my mom, I'll go 1 mile over the speed limit. She go crazy, right? If I drive with my dad, you know what I'm saying? It's more along the lines of he likes to overreact and shit like that. He like to tell me this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? So that's the driving experiences between my dad and mom and shit. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But all in all, you know what I'm saying. Driving was something that was fun for me. I enjoyed driving. I liked it. It was cool. You know what I'm saying. It was cool to drive. You know what I'm saying. I think driving is cool. It's something I really want to learn how to do, but I don't. I ain't got no driver's license. I only got a learner's license, aka permit. You know what I'm saying. So hopefully I end up driving one day. Yeah. But I don't know. That's pretty much all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying, for this video. This is my driving experience, pretty much. This is why I'm gonna title the video "Story Time: My Driving Experience." You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be this video. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna catch you on my next video. Yo.